Welcome back once again to howtocookgreatfood.com. If you have not already, it'd be great if you would subscribe to our channel. Okay, let's get this lamb dish on the go. I've got a decent sized pot here with I've got sunflower oil in there that I'm heating up. We're going to go straight in with our lamb. I've got big chunks of leg lamb here. I'm going to add some black pepper, some salt, some bay leaf, a touch of dried rosemary. This is a very slow or long process. We need to get this really tender. They're big chunky pieces of meat I've got here. So just for about 4 or 5 minutes, let's just brown these. It will seal them slightly, get some of these beautiful flavours in there. Then we'll start adding a few different bits and pieces. I'll see you back here in 4 or 5. Okay, that was 4 or 5 minutes. It smells incredible. Let's go in now with a teaspoon of finely chopped garlic. And I've got a few onions here. Really kind of chunky cut. Everything's going to be kind of chunky in this. Keep it real kind of rustic. Give that a little mix around. We're on a kind of medium to high heat at the moment. I'm going to get a lid on this, turn the heat down to just below medium. I'll be back here in about 6 minutes. So let's take a look. Wonderful, wonderful, looking fabulous. Okay, now I'm going to go in with some carrots. Again, nice and chunky cut. I've also got some potatoes, chunky cut. And I've kept some of the skin on, just trimmed them up and cleaned that potato. Some eggplant or aubergine. Really nice and thick. A few black olives. Stones are in those ones. A couple of bits of chunky tomato, as well as these tomatoes, which are fresh tomatoes that I put in my liquidizer. Now just like that, pop the lid back on, keep the heat about the same, let them just have a little steam, that meat will rise up, the flavours will rise up into those vegetables. Slightly cook them. I'll be back in 5, 6 or 7 minutes. Can't make my mind up yet. So, that was actually about 5 minutes, I think. Right, I've got some stock here. A cup of stock, and that goes. Optional this, but a little glug of red wine. And here I've got loads and loads of fresh mint. I'm only going to put in about half now. I'll add the rest near the end so I get still that beautiful freshness from it. Let's try and give this a little mix. This pot's very full. You can see the liquid is kind of 3/4 of the way up. Now you can add whatever vegetables you like. You could add some zucchini or mushrooms, but I wouldn't add them yet. I'd add them a lot later because as you see, these potatoes are still quite hard. Add them, a lot later. Right, we're going to simmer this down now. I'll see you in about 40 minutes. So So let's take a look then. Wonderful. All the marrow is coming out of those bones, as you can see. Perfect. That meat's really nice and tender. Our vegetables are all still in there. Some of them have broken down, look at those potatoes. Oh wow. I'm happy with that, I'm done. You might need to check your meat and make sure, because you want that lamb to be falling off the bone. So you might need to cook it a lot longer, or less even, depending on the cut and the size of the joints that you put in. As I said earlier, I've held back some of our fresh mint. I'm going to turn off the heat now. Give that one last mix. You need to check it out for seasoning. You might need a touch more salt and pepper in there. I'm really happy with my one. This is delicious. We're going to tuck into that in the office today. We'll see you again next time. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. You take care. Bye bye.